What's going on, you guys? All right, so today we're going to be working on the Key West. I have not done anything to it since the last video. Yeah, I mean, I did a little bit of cleaning, like with Magic Eraser, but yeah, let's investigate. So I think what I want to accomplish today. All right, that's all messed up. All right. So I think what I want to accomplish today is I want to get this thing running and then maybe do some investigating on this tank. So, oh, I got the seats in, by the way. Check it out. Professional. I want to see if the steering is freed up, which I doubt it is. I want to possibly pump out this tank. So, I don't know if y'all can see it. I should have got my light. Anyways, it's polysilene or polyurethane, whatever the hell. But anyways, it's plastic. So, but what we'll do is we will take the top of that fuel sending unit off. See, there we go. See how it's plastic? So we'll take the top of the fuel sending unit off, which is somewhere in there. We'll take that off, and then we will pump it out, is what I'm planning on doing. I have an external tank and everything, so we should be able to get this thing fired up. We're going to check the compression. We're going to check spark. Yeah, like I said, I do not have a starter. I do not have a, well, it did not come with a starter. I ordered a starter, got that old Amazon special, used $40. So we're going to see if it works. But she's crusty. Very crusty. I don't intend on keeping this motor on here. Some people were calling in, like, get a service manual and all that stuff. My intentions is not really keep this motor on here. I'd like to put like a 115 or a 130 Yamaha 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder 150 Yamaha 2-stroke. That's what I'm looking at. So, but yeah, we're going to get to it. We're going to get the starter on there, and we're going to check for spark. We're going to put some oil in the cylinders. It probably hadn't been turned over in 5 years, so we'll slowly work a little bit of oil in the cylinders just so we won't mess up the rings or nothing like that. But by the way, check this out. It's a 175, a 1978, 175 horsepower, 175. It's nowhere on the Callan, but it is right there. I bet it pushes this boat probably, I'd say around upper 30s. So, well, probably mid 40s, really, if you think about it, depending on the compression and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get her going, guys. Y'all think this motor looks bad, but y'all may think it ain't gonna start, and that's okay. But you know what? That boy does have NGK in it. Got them NGK spark plugs, boy. I'm a big fan of NGK. Look at that. Oh, Rusty. Oh, Rusty Dusty. We're going to spray some oil down here if we don't break these dang plug wires. Look at that. That is something else. It's weird. These coil packs are different from these. I think I got some spares of these. That one right there is cracked. All right, I'm gonna spray a little bit down the cylinders. All this is just a little bit of mixed gas and oil. It's mainly oil. It's probably about this much mixed gas and the rest of it's oil. Feels smooth. Can't complain about that. Old Krusty. That's what we're gonna call this one, Old Krusty Krab. Check it out. Amazon special. 40 bucks. Used like new. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. I'm just now using this mic, so you know, there's some spots that may be really loud, and I apologize. But you know, that last YouTube video, that was my first video I've ever made. Well, I made another one like, you know, years ago, but not like the depth of that one. You know what I'm saying? So so you know, I'm figuring all this stuff out. I'm learning this stuff as I go. So you know, I don't have it all figured out. I promise you that. So y'all watching me, I mean, I'm learning along the way. So you know, I'm learning the editing and all that stuff. I don't know how to do any of that crap. You know, I enjoy it so far. The editing, it's interesting. Like, you know, taking all your videos and compiling them into one, and you know, making it work for you. Oh, goodness. I put that bolt on there. I put the spark plugs back in, and put the wires back on. We're gonna try and turn it over. I'm probably gonna have to get the voltmeter and stuff, but let's try it. Nothing. Look, the whole thing's turning. We gotta figure that out. All right. So I think there is an issue going on with this key switch. So when I took it out from up there, and you know, brought it down here, you see, okay, so I can't even get it to. I had to force it to get it even to unlock it first, like to unlock to where I could travel all the way. You see, that's where the starter should engage back there. It's not. So when I first came back here, I couldn't even get to that point. Like I literally got to force it to get it past that. So I'm thinking there's something going on with the switch. If I had a second person, I would check to see if I'm getting 12 volts between these two points of contact because what that is saying, it's communicating with the starting solenoid, and if you have a good ground and you're getting the starting signal from your wires from your key switch, it's telling the starting solenoid to close or open, basically. So it could be that. It could be this wiring right here. It could be the power wiring. You know, there's a combination of issues that it could be, but yeah, we're gonna try that first because I think that's the most obvious issue right now. Because I've been having such an issue trying to turn this thing over. So we're gonna see what we can figure out. All right, battery's hooked back up. Got the new key switch on. I know this key switch works because I just sold a motor, a 70 Avenue, that I use this key switch. So y'all about to know. Okay, so that's different. All right, so this is the ground cable right here. Goes to the side of the block. Okay, and then here's your positive cable. It's probably a little bit difficult to see. But you see, there's your positive cable. So it comes in the bottom of the starting solenoid. We're going to test and see if we're getting 12 volts. We're getting 2 volts. And I don't think it's that battery. All right, let's see what we're getting on the battery. If there's 2 volts, I'm going to feel stupid. No, it's 12.6. I didn't think so. All right, so this is basically what we got going on. We're in a no start situation. When I turn the key, no power is getting to this starter. So I was thinking it was the key switch at first, because the key switch that was up there, you would have to almost force it. Oh, you did. I did have to force it at first. So I swapped out the key switch. Got nothing. I didn't have a second person with me, or I would have checked to see if I had 12 volts to the starting solenoid. But anyways, so I'm thinking it's the power cables. I tested for resistance earlier. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like there was resistance and it wasn't ohming very well when I tested the positive cable. So I think there's a break in the positive cable. I'm not sure. But I'm going to slap some, I'm going to slap these on here. This thing hasn't been crunk. This thing hasn't been cranked in, it's been years, dude. But you know what? We're going to get it fired up. All right, guys, we got everything hooked up. Battery's ready to go. I'm about to turn the key switch, and hopefully it turns over. Yeah, we're about to find out, boys. That's what it was. This is why I like working with this, with these old projects and stuff like that. You get to sort of dissect the story of what was going on before someone was like, you know what, I'm done with it. You know, I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. It's like the starter was missing, right? So obviously they couldn't get it to turn over, but they couldn't get it to turn over because of the power cables. And it tells a story. And you know, it's like, here, someone like me, I'll come by and I'll like rebuild the story, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I just get enjoyment out of that. All right, guys. So I took this cover off. Okay. I wanted to see if these were like soldered in there or how they are, and I'm glad they are how they are. So, because let me turn this off. I can resplice this into a new wire. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what I'm going to do. That's probably why I'm not getting spark on some of these. Now, part of the other reason I'm not getting spark too is, let me show you all this. That's like super loose. And if you can see, anyways, the inside of there, when I was taking these off and I was messing with the, when that little wire was stuck on the end of the spark plug, it messed up those coil pack wires. And I think the motor's not turning over fast enough. So I'm gonna resplice that wire, probably put my jump pack on it, and turn it over that way when I get everything ready to go. But replace these plug wires that I know that are finicky. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go from there. I think we can get spark on all eight cylinders, on all 6 cylinders. If we can, we'll rebuild the carbs and get this thing fired up. Middle cylinder, starboard side. Middle cylinder, starboard side. Bottom cylinder, starboard side. Bottom cylinder, starboard side. Top cylinder, starboard side, try number 2. Top cylinder, starboard side, try number 2. We're gonna see if it'll fire up. I definitely don't think it's about to fire up. I know that I'm probably about to have to clean the carbs, but let's see what happens. I mean, you know what happens when you assume. By the way, it was the positive cable that was messed up. So I'm using the existing ground, and then I ran a new positive cable. Those thin positive cables I was using earlier, I don't know why I thought that was going to work, but that's all that I thought that I had on hand. But I did end up having this other big positive cable. I had to make it up, though. Oh, we got a leak. This thing's got 2 fuel pumps. All right. We ain't leaking no more. We're gonna see if she fires up. I don't think it's going to. So she's trying something. Battery's done. I'm not gonna sit here and kill this battery. Well, I'll try it one more time. But yeah, it ain't gonna happen. It needs a carb clean. And plus, I don't have spark on all cylinders. So there's that. I mean, all right. So I'm getting spark on every single one of these cylinders. Last night I wasn't getting spark, but I charged this battery up, let it, I don't think the flywheel was spinning fast enough. So now I got spark on every single one of these. Okay. I'm getting spark on none of these cylinders. Now I know that there's a break in this wire right here. Well, yeah, now there's a break in there. So that, I'm wondering if that is affecting something. So we're going to investigate this side, splice a new wire in, and go from there, and investigate these terminals under here and everything, and see if we can figure something out. I think it's just that. So I really need some new coil packs and wires, but I don't have that, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we got. I do have these right here, but I don't have the little tracer wire. So I got these. These are brand new, and the brand new. I only have 2 of these, but I don't have this tracer wire right here. So I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I'm thinking I can make this work. Okay, I'm thinking I can replace at least 2 of these. I think it's probably going to be these 2. This one seems to be in decent condition. So I mean, this is one. It's got the tracer too. Like it's got this one, and then it's got the small one, just like this. So my theory, well, I think what I'm going to try is I got this power pack, which I'm a little reluctant to cut into this power pack because it's brand new, but it's okay. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I can always this will get me to where I need to go. I think I can get 2 of them working. So I will get back with y'all when I get to that point to where I replace these 2 and got it wired up to this CDI. So yeah, we'll see y'all here in a little bit. All right, I want to show y'all a tool that is super useful. One of these things, these little safety box cutter thingies or whatever the heck, these are very useful. If you got something like this, it's got some heat shrink on it, and you want to splice down it, so get you going on in here, and you just pull. Look at that. I mean, like butter. Like butter. Look at that. I mean, just cuts it. Thought I would share that with you. Something pretty cool that I figured out. All right, so I cut this off of that other power pack. This one and this one. Respliced this in right there and right there. Also changed out this ground. This is what this ground looked like that. So that probably could have initially been my issue to begin with. So but got those in. I'm gonna put heat shrink on all these. I'm just trying to check spark and make sure. So we're about to check and see if we got spark. So this is the top cylinder on the port side. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold. Go ahead. All right, so this is where I'm at. I'm getting no spark on the port side. No, not one of them, but I'm getting spark on all 3 on the starboard side. So I'm gonna just try and start it. I mean, maybe it's not turning over fast enough, but it doesn't make any sense because why is it sparking on the starboard side, not the port side? I don't know. I'm gonna just see if it'll fire up and sort of go from there. Ow. Damn. It's trying. It is definitely indeed trying. That's a little bit surprising, to be honest. ain't got any starting fluid. Well, it's always. Wish I'd give it a little bit of gas, but I don't think I can without putting it in the gear. And this thing is stucker than Chuck. Oh, that thing is stuck, son. There's a little something. I need a second person, and I can mess with the throttle a little bit. I wonder if I can put something in here. Sort of give me a little bit of push action. Alright. Y'all can't see it, but I got this well, I did. Okay. Alright, so I got this light pole rigged up in there to sort of give it a little bit of gas. So let's see what happens. Let me try that again. A little bit more. Damn, I could get this thing running if I had a second person. Let me feel the starter. That's fine. Wish I was a bother. Wish I was a little bit tired. I just need to hold that open a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I got a screwdriver MacGyvered up in there. A little something, something. Well, something, something.
Alright, we're going to see if we're getting spark on this top starboard cylinder. Alright, middle port cylinder. Alright, bottom port. Alright, so this is what I got going on. Someone could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but we're about to find out if I'm wrong. So I got this is going to ground, and then this is going to your ignition kill, your black and yellow. So theoretically, how the kill switch normally is wired up is this wire is connected to the ground, then your kill switch is in the middle. Basically, there would be a switch right here, and it would send the black and yellow to ground, if I ain't mistaken. Don't quote me on all this. Someone could explain this a lot better than me. But anyways, I'm trying to do a compression test. This boat doesn't have a kill switch. I don't want to turn it over and mess up a coil pack. That's what I did on that John boat right there. It's looking like 100. Yeah, about 103, something like that. Alright, this is the middle cylinder on the port side. Okay. That's about 103 again, so that's good. Alright, bottom cylinder, port side. About 103, good. Alright, so I think in the last, I can't see. I think in the last video, I think this one was pretty low. I think it was down to like 70 or something like that, 75. So this is the one that I'm concerned with most. So we're gonna see what it is. Alright. Perfect. So yeah, it came up. That's good. So we're looking at about 100 psi. Alright, this is the middle cylinder on the starboard side. 100 psi. Alright, this is the bottom cylinder, starboard side. 100 psi. How's it going, guys? I think this is going to be the conclusion to this video. We got a lot accomplished in this video. We got the motor running, got spark back and all that stuff. That was huge. I did not think that we would get this motor running, so that's a big accomplishment. I'm very satisfied with that. But there's a lot that goes into these videos and stuff like that. I didn't want to make this a huge part series. I really wanted to just consolidate it down, but there's just a lot of time that's having to go in and troubleshoot and all that stuff. So I just want to appreciate y'all's patience and everything like that. But we're gonna get it squared away, and we still got some stuff to do before we get it out on the water. But one day at a time, we're getting it done. So I work a lot. I can only do this in my off time. So we'll get there eventually. But yeah, I want to get it back on the water. I don't really want to keep that motor,
But if I get it running and it runs good, I mean, you know, I may consider keeping it. So, but we'll go from there. But I just want to let y'all know that I appreciate each and every one of y'all for watching the video and the videos and everything. And we just hit 20K views on that, the first video, so, and that's huge. I never thought that would happen. So, and that happened, you know, because of y'all. So I appreciate it. But yeah, so we're doing good. But I mean, we're making good progress on this boat. So, you know, all glory to God. So love y'all. Hope y'all have a blessed day, and appreciate y'all. Thank you. Bye bye.